Okay, let's talk about NotebookLM. Chances are, if you're using it, you're probably just uploading a document and asking a few basic questions. And hey, that's fine. But it's kind of like using a supercomputer just to check your email. You are missing out on its real power as a full-on research intelligence system. And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head. Treating this tool like a basic chatbot is a massive underutilization. So in this explainer, we're going to fix that. We're going to show you exactly how to get past the simple Q&A and unlock a professional-grade workflow that'll totally transform how you do research. And this slide right here lays it all out. You've got two paths, amateur versus pro. The amateur approach, it's kind of passive, right? You just upload some stuff and hope for the best. The pro approach, it's systematic, it's intentional, it's powerful. Our goal today is to get you from the left side of this slide firmly over to the right. So, first things first, and this is maybe the most important step of all, building your foundation. Because honestly, the quality of everything you make later on, we're talking reports, slide decks, you name it, is decided by the sources you choose right here at the very beginning. Now, this might seem like a really small detail, but trust me, it is absolutely critical. NotebookLM works so much better when all the sources inside a single notebook are laser-focused on one topic. So instead of having one big messy notebook called General Notes, create these super targeted ones. It's a simple habit that will immediately boost the AI's performance. All right, this is where the pros really start to separate themselves. Instead of spending hours manually searching for articles, you use the deep research feature. Think of it like this. It's your own personal autonomous research assistant. You give it a topic, and it just goes to work, finding up to 50 sources, evaluating them, writing a summary, and then loading the best ones right into your notebook for you. It's an incredible time saver. Okay, so you've got your sources. Now for the step that, let's be honest, almost everyone skips: validation. You wouldn't build a house on a shaky foundation, right? Well, this is how you avoid that classic garbage in, garbage out problem that just plagues so much AI-assisted research. This simple 5-minute framework ensures your source base is solid, current, and balanced. Don't skip it. And check this out. This table is the perfect example of what you get from that very first validation step. You just ask NotebookLM to create this for you, and bam, you instantly get a bird's eye view of your source quality. Are they recent? Are the authors credible people? Is this real research or just an opinion piece? It's a quality check that takes seconds. All right, foundation is solid. Let's level up. The next stage of mastery is all about taking direct hands-on control of the AI. This is how you stop getting those vague, watered-down summaries and start getting sharp, precise answers to your questions. You see those settings in the top right corner? Do not ignore them. They are an absolute game changer. Set a custom goal, tell it to act as a research analyst, for example, and the AI will frame every single response from that specific perspective. It's just a few clicks, but it dramatically improves the quality of every answer you get. Okay, listen up, because this is probably the single biggest mistake people make. They leave every single source checked, they ask a big question, and then they wonder why the answer is so generic. Well, it's because the AI is being forced to find a middle ground across dozens of documents, which naturally just dilutes any real insight. And here's the fix. It's so simple. You just uncheck everything, and then you select only the few sources, maybe 2 or 3, that are most relevant to your specific question. You're giving the AI a focused lens to look through. And the result? A much sharper, more technical, and way more relevant answer. That is what we mean by surgical control. Now, that surgical control is the key that unlocks this whole next phase. And why is that? It's because when you give the AI a really precise, high-quality signal to work with, you can then ask it to generate equally precise, high-quality stuff for you. So let's jump into the studio panel and see how it's done. So you've got all this great research, but you need to get up to speed on it fast. The audio overview feature is your new best friend. It takes all your source material and generates a custom audio brief. Basically a mini podcast. That's perfect for catching up while you're commuting or just on the go. But here's how to use it like a pro. Don't just click generate. No. Go into the instruction box and define the focus and the tone you want. And you have to check out the format setting. If you really want to understand all sides of an argument, select debate. This tells the AI to actively find and highlight the conflicting perspectives in your sources. It's so useful. Next up, slide decks. You've got two main options here. The detailed decks are basically documents, great for sending to someone to read on their own. But for actually presenting, you almost always want presenter slides. They keep the text minimal, the focus on you, and use clean visuals to back up what you're saying. And it doesn't stop there. The Studio panel is a whole toolkit for turning your raw research into polished, professional content. You need to present data visually? Make an infographic. Need to show how different ideas connect? Generate an interactive mind map. Each one of these tools is designed to turn your pile of data into a structured system of knowledge. Okay, now for the final technique. This one ties everything together, and it's the key to getting a truly comprehensive 3D view of your topic. This is all about thinking strategically about the types of sources you're feeding the system. See, the real unlocked power of NotebookLM comes out when you mix your source formats. Most users just stick to one thing, like PDFs of academic papers. But the pros know that every format offers a different kind of value. Papers give you rigor. YouTube lectures make complex ideas accessible. Blog posts give you what's happening right now. And podcast transcripts reveal those conversational nuances. Layering them all together is the secret. And this is how you turn that key. You start asking questions that force the AI to connect the dots across these different formats. A question like this one, well, it can't be answered by looking at any single source. It requires the AI to synthesize the formal theories from a paper with the practical, real-world concerns from a spoken lecture. You unlock a level of insight that is just impossible to get otherwise. So let's put it all together. Here it is, the complete pro workflow. 1. You source with deep research. 2. You validate with the framework. 3. You take control by configuring and filtering. 4. You generate your deliverables with custom instructions. And 5. You synthesize by mixing formats to get that 360-degree view. That's the repeatable system for professional-level results. And that brings us to the final question I want you to think about. The next time you start a project, ask yourself this. Is your research built on just a single pillar, or are you building a complete, multifaceted foundation? The answer to that question will determine the quality of everything you do next.